we've got to the end of another week. So I hope you've had a good week. How is life? How is business? If you are here live, do leave me a live in the comments. And if you're watching on the replay, leave me a hashtag replay, because I always like to know that people watched it. And I don't know about you, but on my Facebook in particular, I've had very, very little engagement lately. Hi, Alison. Hello. Nice to have you with us. It's just been really shocking. So my little challenge to you this week, not just because mine's bad, but I think that that's affecting a lot of small businesses at the moment. So please make sure if you see something, go to that extra little bit of effort, click a like, click a love, share it, comment on it, because we need to share the love. We need to get businesses flowing and everything going a little bit more at the moment. So I've got 3 questions that have come in this week. For today's Q&A, we're going to be covering Overwhelm. We're going to be covering, especially Overwhelm with marketing. We're going to be covering IGTV videos if you forget to save them. And we're going to be talking a little bit about Facebook groups. So if you've got any questions on those, feel free to add them in the comments, and chances are I will see them so I can actually answer them while we are on live. So before I get started, I just want to ask you, have you joined my tack room? Do you have a key for my tack room? And have you got the 3 secrets to a stable business workshop? If you haven't, you can just head to app.jennybush.com where you can go and take that training, and it really will help you to understand a few things that are going on in your business. Now, also, I want to encourage you to get your questions in for me so that we can answer them. And so next week, whoever the best question next week is going to win a Nail It Mastermind mug. Excuse the coffee stains on mine while I'm using it. But today the best question winner will win a pack of my little leg ups. So before we get on to the questions, let's pull you a leg up today. I think you need a leg up. So let's give you a leg up. Your leg up card today is this one, which says, don't sit in doubt, write it out. Don't sit in doubt, write it out. Move forward. Okay, so enough of that. So yeah, best question that comes to me in the next week to answer on next week's Friday live is going to win a very special Jenny Bush Equine Business Assistant mug. Yeah, so if you want that, got the Nail It Mastermind on the other side. Get your questions in for me and I'll make sure that I answer them. Okay. Morning, Pam. Hope you are well. Nice to see you. Morning, Julie. Hello. Oh, so nice to know that I am not here on my own. So yeah, do let me know if you are here. Okay. So let's go to the questions. So the first question that came in was from Sarah. And Sarah says she just feels like really overwhelmed by marketing her business, and then she doesn't do it. And then she gets cross with herself because she hasn't got the work and she hasn't done what she needed to do. And how can she deal with this? So do you know what? I get overwhelmed is such a big thing that gets in our way as business owners. But we need to remember overwhelm is just an emotion. And we are in control of our emotions. We can control our emotions and we can control how we feel. So what we need to do is number one, just accept that we're feeling that way at the moment. And then once we've accepted that, we can then observe what the thoughts are. And this is where it's so important to know that we are not our thoughts. We are not our thoughts. And we just need to actually observe them rather than believing every single thing that our brain tells us to be true. So once you can observe what is causing that, what thoughts are coming up, you can then look at what is the root cause of that. Because sometimes the overwhelm comes from a feeling that you don't have the skill, or you're not good enough, or sometimes it's actually nothing to do with what you've got in front of you on your plate. It's to do with your deep inner workings that are stopping you. So you might need to observe that. It could also be that you are overwhelmed because genuinely you do have a lot on your plate. And especially when it comes to marketing, if you're not a marketer, if it doesn't come naturally to you and you don't like marketing your business, you can often feel like, oh my gosh, this is just too much, because you've got Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter, and then they're telling you to blog, and then they're telling you to do SEO, and then everybody's telling you should have a podcast, and should you go live, and should you do YouTube, and so it all gets a bit much. So remember, we can't do everything. We can't do everything at once. Anyway, multitasking is just not, it's just not happening. We can only cope with what we've got now. So rather than look at the big picture with all this stuff, just think, okay, now what do I feel I can do right in this moment, and just focus on that. Like I'll often say, I'm not a fan of a big to-do list. I will often write down some things, some ideas, but they're just ideas. And then every day instead, I just set an intention as to what I think would be best now, what I need to intend to do today, and their intentions. And then if I don't get them done, I'm not hard on myself, because I intended to do it. I genuinely did intend to do it. And sometimes life gets in the way. I don't know about you, but I've got kids and husbands and horses, and like, you just can't do it all. So yeah, do that. Remember to just breathe and to ground. And sometimes we need to take a step back when we're feeling overwhelmed. Like sometimes that's your trigger to go, okay, I need to step back. Because one of the things I'll often talk about is we're really good at making it hard, and we really think that we've got to work hard and we've got to hustle and we've got to keep pushing. But it's like pushing a wheelbarrow with a flat tire sometimes. Whereas actually, if we put the wheelbarrow down, we step back, we might look at it and go, yeah, it's flat. Pump that up. Then I can get on, and I'm not making life so hard for myself. So maybe that's what you need to do. Just step back, breathe, ground, get some perspective, and just know that, you can get through it, but just do it bit by bit by bit, rather than trying to jump the whole lot all at once, which is where I think like support comes in so much. Like if you've got the right support network, when you're feeling that, you've got somebody to reach out to and go, okay, right, what do I need? And they'll help you to get out of your head and ask the questions so you can focus on things that are going to move you forward. So I hope that's useful, Sarah. I hope that's been helpful. Do let me know in the comments if that was helpful, or any ahas, or even if it's not your question, if that helped you, do let me know. So Julie asked, so Julie from Julie Driver Pilates is doing some awesome lives at the moment on Instagram. And of course, when you do a live on Instagram, you can save it to IGTV. But then once you've done that, if you forgot to hit save when you did that, you can think that all is lost. So Julie said, I recorded a live video that I wanted to repurpose, which yes, repurpose. We love repurposing. But I forgot to hit save. So is there anything you can do? And yes, Julie, the answer is yes. So there is, but you need to go to a computer. So you can't do it on your phone as far as I'm aware. But there is a tool called InGrammer. I'm going to copy the link and I will paste it. I don't know. I'll see if I can put it in the comments. It might not let me put it in the comments, but I will try. Okay, so okay, right. Okay, it won't let me put two, but you can search for it. But there is a tool that you can put in your. I've tested it this morning. It's called InGrammer, and you can just put in your app name and then you can download it. And there are probably some others as well. So have a look for Instagram download videos. But it got mine and I was able to then pull it back off. It won't let me share it because it says it goes against their community standards, Facebook. I don't know, Facebook, why that, because I'm not telling people to go and download other people's videos, your videos, okay? But test that, Julie. And see if that helps. And I'm sure there are some other tools that will do the same thing. But I tested that, and that did pull. I was able to pull down my most recent Instagram live, and then repurpose it. So I hope that helps you with that one, Julie. And then Pam asked, should she have a Facebook group? So should she have a Facebook group? And this is a question that, oh, Julie, I forgot to say, once it downloads it, you have to right click and then click save as. Forgot to say that. Otherwise you just end up with your video on the screen and you're thinking, well, this isn't anywhere. Okay, back to Pam's question on his Facebook group. Should she have a Facebook group for her business? And we know that Facebook loves community, and it is all about community, and groups help us to do that. So it does push group stuff out more than it pushes like your own page at the moment. But with groups comes some extra work. So I would first of all consider, like, what is the vision for your business? Like, what is it that you're trying to achieve with your business? Like, where are you trying to go? And how would a group help you with that? Like, how could a group help you with that? Because actually, if your vision doesn't include doing the group, then perhaps it's not quite right. But if your vision is about community, if your vision is about bringing people together, then perhaps a long-term group could be good. If your vision for your business or what's coming up for your business is you're going to do like a sale, or a promotion, and actually then a pop-up group, like a really quick pop-up group for a week or two, yes, might work. So understand what sort of group that you want, whether you want it to be a quick, we're going to have a flash sale, we're going to have a promotion, we're going to do a couple of weeks. Like I'll often do, I did last year, I did a Grow Your Herd pop-up group, and we did a week of challenges where I helped people to build their audience and to build their email list and to build their Facebook pages and to get some traction there. So we did that as a pop-up group. Although if there's a call for doing that again, I might actually do it in the Equestrian Business Support Network if people want it this year, just because the trouble is you have to then get people to join the group again. Whereas if you've already got an audience somewhere, that might be better to do it where they already are. So think about, does it fit with your vision? What sort of group would you want? Would you want it to be a quick pop-up or a long-term thing as a community? What's the purpose? Like if there's genuinely no purpose to it, well, maybe you don't need it. There's enough groups out there already. And I don't know about you, but I get to the point where I'm probably a member of, I daren't think about it, hundreds of groups. I can't do them all. So make sure it's really purposeful, it's going to help people. Then have you got the time to manage it? Because again, once you've got that group going, depending on whether it's going to be a short-term or a long-term thing, have you got the time to do that? Because they do take time. And like I actually have my assistant pop into the Equestrian Business Support Network, and she does some of the community management for me because I genuinely don't have time. I'm busy working on projects and clients and everything else. So can you manage that side of it? And then if the answer is yes to all of those, then yes, get a group. But if you think, well, actually, what I want to achieve next in my business, this doesn't fit in with, then the answer is no. So I hope that helped, Pam. Let me know in the comments if you're still here, if that was useful, if that helped you. Like, should you have a Facebook group? Because they're great. They are great. I've got a few. I've got a few. Like my Nail It Mastermind's got a group just for members. I've got the Equestrian Business Support Network, which is my free group, where some of you might be watching this. But just see if it actually fits in with the vision. And I think this is where we need to be going back to that vision for our businesses all the time. And it's something I do a lot in the Nail It Mastermind, is every month when we do our planning, we reconnect with the vision for our business. Because at the end of the day, so Pam say, you are suffering from FOMO. Yeah, exactly. And that is a big problem with the marketing. There's all this shiny new stuff. There's all this, you should try this. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. You should be doing reels. You should be doing all sorts of things and you get, should be on. Like I had a big FOMO for Clubhouse, and I was like, everybody's on Clubhouse, I'm missing out. But actually, I looked at it for a little bit, and I just thought, this isn't fitting at the moment with me and where I want to take my business. And that's okay. And I can't emphasize enough how often, there's going to be those things that are trying to pull you and distract you. But sometimes you really need to put your blinkers on if you want to grow your business, because all of those distractions will just make the path longer to where you're going. So get back to the vision. Julie, it's always the way, isn't it? The doorbell rang. I must admit, I'm quite surprised that the doorbell didn't ring. I'm quite surprised the doorbell didn't ring for me today, because it often does while I'm on lives. But basically, I said, I found a tool on I just searched for it. It was called InGrammer. Facebook won't let me share the link because it goes against their community standards, obviously, because it's downloading videos that yeah, you might not own. I guess you could do that. But I found when I looked at that and I tried in Grammar, I was able to put my Equine Business Assistant in, and it pulled up my Instagram videos, my lives, and I was then able to download them to repurpose it. Oh, I'm so glad you finally made one of these lives. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. Yes, in Grammar, yeah, in with one M. Yeah, Judy. Yeah. Just one M. And so next week, if you've got any questions for me to answer on the Friday Q&A, next week, a chance to win a mug. So this week's question winner goes to Sarah, who's going to win the leg up cards. So I will be in touch with you, Sarah, to ask for your address, to pop you some leg up cards in the post. So if you want to win one of my mugs next week, get into the Equestrian Business Support Network. Every Tuesday I post ask questions, and those are the way you can put your questions for me to answer on Friday, or you can just message me and say this is a question for Friday, because you can do it anonymously. I won't say it's you if you don't want to, because I know sometimes we have that. So you can message me and I will answer your questions next week. There won't be one during the half term because I'm taking the week off, sort of, she says, because I'm still doing my Nail It Mastermind call. But yeah, so there won't be one during half term, but then I'll be back the week after. And we've also got Network Natter for the Equestrian Business Support Network, which will actually be that the week after. So it'll be Friday the 11th. So if you haven't got that in your diary and you want to come and network with some other equestrian business owners and say hello to me in person, we'll hop on Zoom and we do a live. So yeah, come and join me for that on the 11th of June. Get your questions in for next week, because so next week is your last chance in May to get in for the Q&A Friday, and because there isn't one on the first week. Judy, I'll send you the link. I will send it to you so you've got it. But yes, well done, Sarah. You've won my little leg up cards today. And yeah, if you want one of these mugs, not the one that I have been drinking my coffee from, get your questions in for next week about your business, marketing, anything you need, life. I will do my best to answer. There's a few questions I can't answer. Like I can't answer why dogs aren't green, or I can't go into really complicated theories of the universe, but if there's something to do with business and I can help, get your questions in, and I will be back next week. So thank you for joining me. It's been really lovely as always. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.